Our today's to- In this topic, we'll discuss about the various types of the cell junctions, the structural configuration of these or the structural features of these junctions, the functions, and then the medical significance. The cell junction is the connection between the neighboring cells or the contact between the cell and the extracellular matrix. Several membrane-associated structures, they provide adhesion and communication between the cells. Therefore, they are also called as membrane junctions. These intercellular junctions, they are present in other tissues, but they are most prominent and numerous in the epithelial tissue. So cell junctions, they are classified into three basic types: the tight or the occluding junctions, gap or the communicating junctions, adherent or the anchoring junctions. Now, in our previous lectures of the epithelium, we have discussed that the epithelial cells, they exert their polarity because of their three domains. That is the apical domain, the basal domain, and the lateral domain. So the apical domain has the modified microvilli, stereocilia, and the cilia structures. And the basal domain is with the basement membrane, and it helps in the anchoring and the transport of the materials from the underlying connective tissue. So the lateral domain of the epithelial cells, they come in contact with the other epithelial cells. So they are in close proximity and a close contact with little or no intercellular space between them. Now these lateral surfaces, they form the junctional complexes and they are called the intercellular junction, which are today's topic. Now, there are various types of these cell junctions. Now, this diagram is showing you the epithelial cells, the resting on the basement membrane, and these lateral compartments showing you the different types of these cell junctions. So we'll discuss each type of the cell junctions, and you have to memorize that the types of the cell junctions, where they are located in the epithelial cells, and the very important thing is about their linker proteins. That is, these linker proteins, they are the cell adhesion binding proteins which are binding the two lateral surfaces. Now you have to memorize the names of these linker proteins which are different in each type of these cell junctions. So we'll discuss each cell junction. Now the cell adhesion molecules or the CAMs, they are the cell surface protein molecules promoting the cell matrix interactions. They are important for many normal biological processes, example the embryonic cell migration, immune system functions, and wound healing. They are involved in intracellular signaling pathways, primarily the cell death and survival and their secretions. Now, these CAMs or cell adhesion molecules, they can be mediated in the three forms of their binding. One is the homophilic binding. For example, the cadherin type of the proteins, they bind with the adhesion molecule of one cell to the same adhesion molecule on a second cell. And in the heterophilic binding, an adhesion molecule of one cell type binds to a different type of cell adhesion molecule on a second cell, for example, the selectins and the mucins. Whereas there is also the binding through an extracellular linker protein. For the linker protein like the laminins, keratins, and other linker proteins, the family of large cross-shaped molecules with multiple receptor domains. So the two cells, they can be linked together by these linker proteins. Now, these cell adhesion molecules or the CAMs, they can be divided into four major families: the cadherin superfamily, the selectins, the immunoglobulin superfamily, and the integrins. Now this diagram showing you the different types of the cell junctions, the anchoring junctions, which are which are the types, the macula adherens, the desmosomes, the hemidesmosomes, they are all the types of the anchoring junctions. So we'll discuss them one by one. Then occluding junctions, you can see here the apical surfaces of epithelial cells tightly occluded and bind together so that there is no space or permeability of the ions through it. They are called the occluding or the tight junctions, and they are always present towards the apical surface. Then the communicating junctions, the nexus or the gap junctions, they are, and also the synaptic junctions, which are a form of the communicating junctions. So first, the occluding junction or the tight junctions. Now in the diagram, you can see that there are two lateral surfaces which are bind together tightly. So in the occluding junctions, the cell junction seals the cell together in an epithelium in a way that prevent even the small molecules from leaking from one side of the sheet to the other. Therefore, they are also called the tight junctions, occluding junctions, or zonula occludens. So they are closely associated areas of two cells whose membranes join together, forming a virtually impermeable barrier to the fluids. Now you can see here the tight junctions or at the apical surfaces. So they will uh, isolate the apical and the basal surfaces of these epithelial cells, and so that no ions can be transported through these occluding junctions. So when we have discussed the transitional epithelium, you know that we have discussed that the dome-shaped cells, they have the tight junctions in between them because they have to hold the urine. So the transitional epithelium, which is lining the minor calyces to the urethra, and they have to transport the urine. So there should not be any leakage of the fluid into the extracellular vicinity. So there we require the tight junctions. So the junctions, they are according to the requirement of the epithelial cells. So not all the junctions, they are present in every type of the cells. So they are according to the requirement of the requirement or the function of that epithelial cell. So the major transport proteins which are binding these this occluding junction is the occludins, the claudins, and the zonula occludin proteins. So you have to remember that, as the name suggests, the occluding junction. So the name of the protein is the occludin, the claudin family, the zonula occludin proteins. So cytoskeletal component which is present in the towards the cytosol is the actin filaments. So its major function, as we have discussed, is to seal the adjacent cell, controlling the passage of the molecules between them, and separates the apical and the basolateral domains of the cell. So if there is any congenital defect in the protein occludin, which is binding these lateral surfaces, then can lead to the compromised fetal blood-brain barrier, and it can lead to severe neurological disorders. Now the second one, the adherence junctions or the zonula adherens. Now these type of the junctions, they encircle the epithelial cells below the tight junctions and firmly anchoring a cell to its neighbor. Now the linker proteins which are linking the two lateral surfaces or anchoring the two lateral surfaces, they are the E-cadherins. Now the E-cadherins or the catenin complexes, they bind with each other in the presence of the calcium ions. So the cytoskeletal component, which is strengthening these lateral surfaces on the cytosol surface, is the actin filaments. So it maintains the cell polarity and strengthens and stabilizes the cell. So if there is a loss of E-cadherin molecules, then the epithelial cells, they will the tumor cells, they can invade the other cells, and they can promote the invasions and malignancy. So that if there is loss of E-cadherin, the binding or the adhesion will be lost. So the tumor cells or the carcinomas, they can be invaded in the other types, in the other cells, and then lead to the malignancy. Now, the macula adherens or the desmosome is a type of the adherens junctions. Now, in the macula means it's a Latin word, it means the spot. So it resembles a single spot weld. So in this type of the junction, a disc-shaped structure at the surface of the one cell is matched on a disc-shaped structure or an identical structure on the cell surface of the other cell. So you can see here this desmosomes, they are bind with the other disc-like structure on the other cell. Now the linker proteins or the transmembrane proteins which are linking these two disc-shaped structures, they belong to the cadherin family of the proteins, and they are called the desmoglein and the desmocollin. Now, the cytoskeletal component, which is attached to these disc-shaped structures on the cytosol surface, is the keratin form of the proteins of the intermediate filaments. So, the major function is the point of strong intermediate filaments, also provides the strength and stability. So its medical significance is that if these proteins, if autoimmunity develops against these proteins, that is desmocollin and desmocollin, then what happens? That the skin will be dishysive. That means that the binding force or the binding capacity will be lost, and there will be the reduced adhesion. So it will be characterized by the blister formations in the epidermal cells. Now, the third type of the junctions, they are the communicating junctions. So as the name suggests that these types of the cell junctions will permit the intercellular exchange of substance, and they are called communicating junctions. So these junctions, they permit the movement of ions and molecules from one cell to another. So the gap junction, their variety is the gap junction, which is also called the nexus, and the chemical synapses. So the gap junctions or the nexus, so they are the cluster of intercellular channels that allow the direct diffusion of ions and small molecules between the adjacent cells. So gap junctions, they are first discovered in the myocardium and the nerve because of their properties of electrical transmission between the adjacent cells. So as the name suggests, the ions and the molecules, they can be transmitted through these gap junctions. So the gap junctions, they are the low resistant intercellular junctions and allow the passage of ions and smaller molecules between the cells. They are present in the heart, the basal part of the epithelial cells of intestinal mucosa. So the protein unit, which is transmembrane proteins, which are present in these junction, is the connexins. Now this is electron micrograph showing you the gap junctions where the two hepatocytes, they are in close proximity. Where, you can see the gap junctions in the area, this area, that is the plasma membrane is in close apposition with each other. Now, the gap junctions, they allow the passage of substances or the molecules which have the weight less than 1,000 microns, and their exchange of the chemical messengers between the cells. So basically, they are involved in the rapid propagation of action potential from one cell to another cell. For example, in the myocardium or the cardiac muscle cells, the action potential is generated rapidly through the intercalated discs through these gap junctions so that the heart can contract as a syncytium. Now the other diagram showing you the desmosomes, you can see here the linker proteins, the cadherin family of the proteins, and these keratin filaments and attached to these disc-shaped structures. Now this is showing you the how these proteins, the linker proteins, desmoglein and desmocollin, they are attached with these intermediate filaments of the keratin. And this is electron micrograph showing you the desmosomes. Now, the hemidesmosomes. The hemidesmosomes are also a form of the adherence junctions. So, hemidesmosomes, they look like half desmosomes that attach the cells to the underlying basal lamina. So, they will connect the basal surface of the epithelial cells to the basal lamina. So, rather using the desmoglein and hemidesmosomes use desmopenetrant cells, adhesion proteins, which are the members of the integrin family. So the integrin molecules, they attach to one of the many multi-adhesive proteins such as the laminin resident with the extracellular matrix, thereby forming one of many potential adhesions between the cell and the matrix. Now this is the synaptic junctions which are showing you the presence of the chemicals transmitters in the presynaptic membrane stored in the synaptic vesicles. They are also called the neurotransmitters. They are released and then transmitted to the postsynaptic membrane. So they are also a type of the communicating junctions. So where a nerve fiber or a muscle fiber has to transmit the action potentials rapidly. So we can summarize here with this diagram all the types of the cell junctions. This is the apical surface of the epithelial cells and this is the basal surface. And now you can see that towards the apical surface, they are the occluding junctions or the tight junctions. And as the name suggests, they are sealing the gap between the epithelial cells and so that these surfaces become impermeable to any ions and the molecules from the transmission to these lateral surfaces. Now you can see these are the adherence junctions, in which there are the desmosomes and their hemidesmosomes. They are the types of the adherence junctions. So they are connected by the actin filament bundles on the cytosol surface and in these you can see here the hemidesmosomes, they are connecting the basal surface to the basal lamina. So they are anchoring the intermediate filaments. And now you can see here that uh, these are the gap junctions or the channel forming junctions or the communicating junctions. So these are all the three types of the basic junctions. Now, functionally, they can also be classified into basic types, that is the anchoring junctions, which are anchoring the two lateral surfaces, the occluding junctions, which are completely occluding the lateral surfaces, the channel forming junctions, which are the which can help in the transmission of the substances, and signal relaying junctions, which can transmit the chemical signals. Now there are various MCQs. So you can give the response of these MCQs through the WhatsApp group and go through these MCQs and go through this lecture. This lecture is first year MBBS, first year BDS students and the DPT. I would like to consult the Genquera and then you can answer according to the your marks distribution in the different specialities. So the minimum requirement from this is the that you should remember the various types of the junctions, their main functions, location, and the transmembrane linker proteins which are present. You have to memorize them because from the previous 3 years, the students have told that they have so many MCQ questions from this topic. So you should remember all the linker proteins which are present in the different types of the cell junctions. Okay, thank you.